It's been said again and again that people can do whatever they put their minds to, that the world is theirs to conquer. On the surface, this sounds great. It puts us in the right frame of mind to follow our dreams, to become what we want to become. But then, something happens. The reality of life sets in. Obstacles seem a lot different when they become real, when they're staring us directly in the face, when we can reach out and touch them. That easy path to success that was in our heads suddenly disappears, and the challenges become the reasons to give up and redirect our focus to something else. We want to move to an easier feat. We want a road that contains no hills, a path with no turns. We want what has no opposition. But what if I were to tell you that the only restrictions in your life are the ones that you put in front of yourself? What if you came to realize that everything in your life that told you no was imaginary? That it was only life itself standing before you? And rather than accept it and mold it into your own story, rather than benefit from it, you ran from it. You transformed a meaningless event into an enemy, a monster, creating the very reason you won't succeed at your job, at the gym, or whatever you are working on in your life. You are your best ally, but you can also be your own worst enemy. And self-created limits are the clear indicator of this. There are two ways to look at an obstacle in your life: as something that will make you stronger, or as a position fighting for your demise. The funny thing is, it can always be either one. Your limitations can as easily contribute to your victory. It's all a matter of how you choose to look at what is around you. That simple understanding is often the difference between running away and creating something valuable. Human beings have, for so many centuries, done what was thought to be impossible. They took the things that were off limits and unheard of and made them into the greatest gifts in our world. They created their own expectations. They tore down limits that stood in their way. Limits that were created by human beings just like them, by the way. Never fall victim to the idea that the road others have walked before you is your template. The very nature of progress is to take the accomplishments of others and expand upon them, not to be held captive by them. Tuesday cannot exist without Monday, but at the same time, it isn't confined by Monday's realities. It is its own entity, just like you are your own person. You write the rules. You are the decider of fate. The world around you will comply. It always has, and always will.
You know, so many people put me down and say, Nick, you look too weird and no one's really offended. You can't do this and you can't do that. And I couldn't change anything. It's not like just fixing my hair one day and everything's fine. I couldn't change my circumstance.